Assalamu alaikum dear students and friends. Hopefully all of you are getting very well. That means all of you are physically and mentally fit and sound. And I'm also very happy. And in fact, I am on the cloud 9 you can say. Because I'm now standing in my native village. And as you can see, just behind myself, I have the sun, that is rising sun. And in this beautiful space, in this beautiful environment, I'm going to describe you about the importance of learning English. Why I'm doing it? Because we need practice. We need practicing by speaking. We need to practice more and more. That's why I'm making this video for myself and also for yourself. So one common question. So we need to learn English, we know, but what is the main reason why we should know English? That means why we should learn English. And it's a very common saying that English is an important language. That means English is an international language. So just think about it. There are many other languages in the world, Chinese, Russian, and other also. But why this language is important for us? Because the age of globalization need a common language. That means in which language you can communicate. That means using that language you can communicate with everyone of the world. Suppose you are in Russia, or you are in France, German, any other countries. That means any developed countries of the world, in Japan and also other Asian and also European, American countries. But can you think of learning all the languages of different countries? You need to travel the whole world. That means you want to travel the whole world. Can you imagine of learning all these languages of the world? It's very important to know one common language which you can use everywhere. In this age of globalization, we need to think of our business arena also. We are doing our businesses with everyone, that means every people, that means from any country we are doing our businesses. Think about freelancing and other online jobs. Can you imagine to communicate with your buyers without English? You cannot imagine it. You cannot learn Russian, you cannot learn French, you cannot learn German at the same time. So you need only one language that can be used in every spaces, that means in every sphere, and English is that language which you can use everywhere. And there are other reasons also. In our country, if you just know one common language, that is English, you have many facilities, you have many opportunities. Just think of it. If you are a good speaker of English, what's the attitude of people towards you? I think it's different from others. Just think of our English. That means if you can speak English, people will just look on you in a different way. That means he can do something else which everyone cannot do. This is a simple theory. That means it's a mental game. If you just know English, you have the mental power, you have the mental ability, you have the confidence to be a little bit further from others. And you do not need to be fluent. That means you do not need to be grammatically so much correct. And which I am saying is not maybe it's not completely okay on grammatical sense. But still now I am just expressing my thoughts. I am just expressing my ideas. And this is how you can also express your ideas. And this is the way to learn English. This is the system of learning English. And I think it's important for you also to practice more and more. I'm just here to share my experience of learning English. That means my journey of learning English. How I started this journey. You cannot imagine, that means a boy from a village who did not get enough facilities, enough opportunities of education. That means there were not sufficient teachers of English. And I still remember in my school days, I didn't know grammars. And till my class 8 syllabus, there was no grammar. That means there was no touch of grammar. We only had to read some seen and unseen passages, some synonyms, antonyms, and maybe some translations, and fill in the blanks. This was our syllabus before class 8. And when we were in class 9, we were introduced to grammars. So now think of a situation that means you were totally detached from your grammar syllabus, and now you are being introduced a difficult thing, a new thing, which is most difficult for every student of our country. To know grammars correctly is not the only way to learn English. I assure you, to know grammar correctly is not the only way to learn English. You can also learn English. You have the desire, you have the confidence. I still remember I couldn't write a sentence which was grammatically correct, but I wrote on this time. That means I used to love writing. I didn't memorize so much. I didn't memorize any paragraph, any essays, any applications. Some things were memorized by reading more and more, but it was not properly memorized. It was not completely memorized. I used to try to write something on my own. I know that was not grammatically correct, and that time it helped me a lot to improve my fluency, improve my lack of knowledge. That means if I couldn't write on that time, I couldn't express my thoughts, I couldn't express my ideas. So if you are just in the beginning space, that means in the beginning level, you need to focus only to practice more and more. Just express your ideas, express your thoughts, and you can learn English. And it's not a difficult language to learn. I assure you, it's not a difficult language to learn. I think the other languages are more difficult than learning English. It's my personal opinion. Maybe there may be difficulties, there may be some other issues, there may be some other thinking, but I think it's the easiest language to learn. So, is there any other reason why you need to learn English? Yes, I think it's my personal belief, it's my personal opinion. English is a different tone. I believe that English is a rhythmic language. It has a different tone and also a different feeling it can give you. So I think you have understood why we should learn English and why we should focus on learning English. If you are willing to learn, please don't be hesitated when you are making mistake. Because when you are making mistakes, you are learning something. Maybe you do not know the reason why you are making mistake, but after some days you will be able to learn if you just stick to it. I still remember that I used to spend many hours. I had read many books of different writers just on the theme of grammars. I have never said that grammar is not important, but at the first stage, at the beginning stage, it's not important to think about grammars only. You need to focus on practice. When you are practicing, that means if you are in a regular practice, you will just feel an attraction to this language, and then you will think that I need to correct my language. So I need to know the grammars, I need to know the structures, I need to know more words. So just try to practice more, just try to attract the language. That means just try to develop a keen interest to learn this language, and it will help you to develop your language fluency, and it will help you to make correct sentences. So I think you have understood, and hopefully we will also get you on our next videos on different issues, on different topics. Till then, stay healthy, stay with us. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz.